Hello everyone, welcome back to GeoCAD Chronicles for our series of QGIS for beginners. So for today's tutorial we are going to look at symbolization of points in QGIS. So to start with, as you can see, I've turned off other layers, polylines and polygons, and I'm only left with a point layer. These are our points, as you can see. So right click on the points layer, go to property. Let's put them there. So right click and go to properties. Under property, look for symbology. So under symbology, on the top there we'll see single symbol on no symbols. So these are the ways we can symbolize our points depending on the data we have in our attribute table. So for a start, let me select a single point. So when I select a single point, we can see that here I have this big window here, and I have set it to all symbols, though I can specify and say favorite symbols or colorful symbols. These are the ones. I can also select grayscale symbols. We can also select a showcase. We can as well as select topography. So these are the symbols. So after selecting single point and single symbol, so you come here, you select the type of symbol you want to use. If I say a colorful symbol, you can see that we have them here. I can decide to use this. When I select this dot red, I say apply. We can see that our symbols here on the right, they have changed. So we see we can change our color. You can choose a symbol here, but the color is in, you don't want it, so you can easily select here. I click on this color. There are 4 ways you can change the color, as you can see. To start with, we have this. You just move your cursor around. You click and start dragging until you want you see which color is perfect for you, or you can just click in the area like that. Single left click like that. When you see that that's the color you want, you say apply. You say okay, then you say apply. So we can see that the color has changed. We can also, another way to change the color is using this second method here. Try this wheel here. So we let me move it to here, then I also move this, we can see, and I say that, I say okay, I say apply. We can see that the symbols have changed the colors. The other way is we click on this, we say this, so we look through this, we select the color you want to change to, I say okay, we say apply. Another way is by using this. We sample our colors, so you click this, then it says sample color, then this thing gives you, it allows you to move the cursor anywhere, and you start spotting any color. You can even move it out of the window like that. So we can see that I can select from this anywhere that this thing points. The color there is sampled, so I can let me sample that. I say click on it, I say okay, I say apply. So those are some of the ways we can change our colors So we can also change the opacity of this by decreasing it, and we can say if I decrease it to 33, I say apply, and say that they a bit dim, and let me take it back to normal. Apply. We can also change the size of this. Let me put it to 1 and say apply. See how small they are. If I put it to 10 and say apply, we see how big they are. Let me take it back to 3, apply. So we can also rotate our symbols. So if I say rotate, anyway, right now you cannot see that they are rotating because they are circular and they are points. So let me choose something different, topography. Let me use this. I say okay. So I have selected the Topo airport. So if I start rotating and I say up to something like 30, I say apply, we see that they are inclined at a certain angle that I have specified here. So basically those are the ways we can change our points. There are other very many ways. So to go deep into this, I've selected single point, single symbol. If I choose a point, let me say all symbols. I choose this pink, dot pink. So when I choose that, you see that it has only one simple marker. So I can easily click on the simple marker here. This simple marker, so we can see that these are the things in the simple markers. So under symbol layout type, we can change it. We have a lot of fields here. So I can say animated marker, though my field here is empty. We can say ellipse marker. So when I scroll down here, we can see that we have some ellipsoid features here, or shapes. So when I click on any point, let us delete this, then I say apply, we can see that they are changing. I can change the fill color to this, okay. And then I can also change the stroke color or the outline color to this. I say okay, I say apply. So the size can also be changed to any size you want. The stroke line, you can change it to what you want. Then if you are not okay with this, you can change it to field marker. You see we also have some symbols here, so I select this. So when I select a field marker here, we see that in our window here that shows the arrangement of the features that make up our symbol. We get other two fields here. So if we go to simple field, so it's just this. So you can change it to any we want, SVG file. So we can change to this. We look up any symbol here. We can decide to use logo for QGIS, and we can see that has changed a bit. We reduce the size. So if I say apply, we can see that it has changed. So if I'm not okay with that, I go back to this area here. So I click here, font markups. For the fonts, we can see we have a lot of fonts here. Oh, these should be fonts, but they are loading very slowly. So we can decide to use these that I've already loaded. Let's say apply. We can see that our points here change. You can also change the font family and put it to any you want. I can change it to Times New Roman. bold, italic. I change the size, the color. Let me select that, say okay, say apply. So there it has changed. So if I'm not okay with that, still I go to field there, and then I click assemble geometry generator. So we shall look at that further. So we go to raster image maker, no, simple marker. So we have already looked at that. So you have SVG marker. So that one we saw how. So this one we have these are all SVG points. So if you have accommodation, amenities, arrows, backgrounds, components, process, emergencies, entertainment, food, GPS icons. These we have health icons, landmark icons, the logos for the QGIS, the money symbols, religion, services, shopping, sport, other symbols, tourist, transportation, and wind roses. So you can decide to go to SVG marker for very many, because there are very many symbols there. So if you are not okay with that, you can easily add another marker there. Then let me say I make it a simple marker. I turn it to that. So with that, I put the SVG mark. I move this SVG mark on top. So when I move the SVG mark on top, let me select it and change it a bit. I select this. So we can see so let me change this to green. I say apply. I can change this size. So I say apply, then I go to SVG. So I can change it whatever to vertical center, the anchor point to vertical center, then I say apply. So we can see that our points here have changed. So basically, you just need to play around with this. So if I go to categorize the points, so since I have no values in my attributes, let me just use ID and say classify. So you can see that I have around 15 points, so they have been categorized, and if I say apply, the colors are going to change. So if you are here and you want to also change, you just double click on that. Still the other things remain the way they were when we are playing with them. So just need to just play around with these settings. So if you are not okay with the categorized graduated symbols, so you can classify using ID, so they are also there. So if you're not okay with that, you can also play with this. So basically, so for the classification of the graduated symbols, you need to choose the number of classes you want. So I have 5, that's why you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I turn them to 4 and I say classify, so you can see that they are 4. I can turn them to 3 and they are what? They go to 3. So basically, that's how we play around with symbology for points. So in our next tutorial, we are going to look at symbology for line layers. Guys, thank you. For any inquiry, leave it in the comment section.